If you're trying to sell your home on your own, you might do great. Everything might go smoothly all by yourself. However, not all for sale by owners have an easy time. Pricing your home is everything. As a realtor, I have access to all the property that is similar to yours and the prices they sold for, which is what I would use to determine your market value. If you don't have access to all these transactions, it is hard for you to determine if your price is competitive. If your home is overpriced, buyers will know immediately. It will be a hard sale if you don't price it right. Every day there are hundreds if not thousands of people looking for homes in this area. Some have just begun to look. Others have been searching for years. Most of the ready, willing, and able buyers out there will notice a new home that comes on the market immediately. The buyer pool is kind of like a huge crowd or audience for a show like America's Got Talent. When the crowd is introduced to a new performer, they immediately make up their minds whether or not they like the performer and whether or not they have earned their vote. The performer gets one shot at the vast amount of exposure for that audience. Your home is very similar. The huge buyer pool who has been searching will immediately make up their minds if your home is a good deal and right for them. Once a buyer has seen a home and crossed it off the list, it is hard to get them to reconsider and go back to look a second time. Therefore, if you price too high, you will lose that one shot at the highest amount of exposure you will ever get, the initial exposure when your home first becomes available on the market. Most buyers prefer to work with an agent because the seller of a home pays the commission. Therefore, it would be crazy for someone to buy a home without representation when it doesn't cost them anything out of pocket to have that extra protection as a consumer. Using an agent protects both sellers and buyers, as there are material facts disclosures and all sorts of legal forms that protect each side from future liability during the transaction. Buying and selling a home as a for sale by owner puts the seller and consumer at risk in many ways, mainly from a lack of knowledge and information, proper forms, and contracts. Is having that liability really worth not having an agent? Are you really saving money if the buyer sues you 2 years down the road because, as an example, you didn't have a proper septic permit when you built your home? Or when you had an improperly drained air conditioner that caused black mold or structural damage? Or when you added on to your home and forgot to secure a building permit for the addition? Or when you sold a home not realizing the septic tank drain field was leaking onto a neighbor's property? Or when you put a new roof on and the roofers did a terrible job and the roof begins to leak? These are just a few examples. The amount of buyers using an agent far outnumbers the unrepresented buyers. Therefore, the only people who will see your home are the ones who ride by, or if you have it online or in the paper, they may see it there, but the online sites for consumers are not guaranteed to be accurate and many times are not accurate. Realtors must report only accurate information. Are you really saving money if you aren't sure what you're getting? Are you saving money if you aren't completely sure what you're selling? I know how to market the highlights of your home that I know buyers want. How about measuring? I listed a home recently that was currently being offered for a square footage that was 600 square feet smaller than the home actually was. Do you know how to measure your home properly, and do you know that the tax records are often incorrect? Are you saving money if you're selling a home that is actually larger than you realize? Finally, if you could hypothetically only expose your home to, say, 50 buyers, the 50 buyers out there who are blindly unrepresented, or if you could expose your home to 1,500 qualified buyers who are searching with an agent, which would you rather do? If you're only exposing your home to a fraction of the actual buyers out there, qualified buyers, are you really saving money? You'll never know until late in the game if you're dealing with a buyer who is qualified. Realtors can help verify that the buyers they're showing property to are qualified buyers. If the buyers have credit challenges, a good realtor can help find a mortgage lender who will work with these challenges. Do you know any good mortgage lenders who will help with a low credit score, a low down payment, low interest rates, affordable payments, and a low closing cost? I know several. Mortgage lenders require an appraisal and a home inspection. Before buyers can close a loan on your home, do you know what types of things the home inspector will be looking for? If your home does not appraise for the price you're asking, the lender will only loan money for the appraised value. Are you sure you have it priced correctly? I help buyers and sellers through each step of a transaction. That's what makes me worth my commission. I'll make sure you're prepared for the next step throughout the entire process. Are you fielding calls constantly, and have you spent time trying to distinguish the difference between qualified buyers, nosy neighbors, and those who will ultimately never be able to obtain financing? If you're ready to talk to me about selling your home, don't waste another day taking those annoying calls, putting yourself at risk for a great deal of unknown liability. There's always liability, but there's much greater risk without a good agent. Don't lose another day. You could be reaching all the buyers out there, and don't waste any more time trying to determine if somebody can afford your home. Also, there is always a safety risk, letting complete and total strangers into your home. At least when the person is accompanied by an agent, you can track the names of the people who came into your home, extremely minimizing the safety risk. I am Donna Hughes, Realtor Broker with Keller Williams. I am here for you. Call me today.